Namaste, angels. Thank you for liking, joining, sharing, and subscribing to my videos. I do appreciate it. This is the weekly general reading for the period of Sunday, September 1st through Saturday to come, September 7th. This reading will include nothing this week from the Christian calendar or the Islamic calendar. Both of those we will revisit next week. And really only one item on the planetary calendar that more so falls into the 29th and the 30th and maybe the 31st, depending upon where one is, rather than the first. But we'll be feeling the energy continually over the next 2 weeks, and that is because what I'm talking about here is, of course, the supermoon, the new moon in Virgo, as well as the fact that both Venus and Mercury will have entered Virgo. Mercury into Virgo on the 29th. So, very important to mention that, although I'll do a separate reading for the new moon, so we don't really have to talk about that. I'll just say I feel it's going to be a time to get shit done. I don't know how more plainly to put it, really. I talked about a bit of what it means for, again, Mercury to have entered Virgo as well as Venus, and the practicality and the commitment and the wherewithal that comes with the energy of Virgo, and just apply that to the new moon. So like if you're starting new projects, then also completing them, seeing them through, like the Knight of Pentacles, right? He always reaches his goal, seeing all your things through. If you already started something and maybe we'll be picking something back up, revisiting, finally completing it, having a renewed energy to do so, especially if one is themselves a Virgo or a Gemini, both of which are ruled by Mercury. And again, Mercury is also in Virgo, so it's just that stronger in energy. Actually, for us Geminis, in both cases, it's our fourth house of foundations that we're talking about. So home and family, getting things done in that regard. And of course in a positive light, because it's a new moon, as opposed to maybe something, if it had been a full moon, maybe something of which we needed to let go, that wasn't as positive, that was holding us back, that was toxic. This, when you're moving forward, when there's a new moon, we're talking about positivity. If you're a Virgo, similarly, you're also ruled by Mercury. So that'll be joining the moon again in Virgo. And I guess for you, your first house of self. So any new projects that you start should be like stunningly successful. Not only will you complete them, they should really, really be awesome. You'll just have that renewed confidence in yourself and ability to go forward. I don't know in what house it will be for you others, but I would say second to Virgo and Gemini, as far as being affected, would be, well, Gemini again, because Venus is also a ruler of Gemini, and Venus is too in Virgo, but then Libra and Taurus as well, both of which are also ruled by Venus. I think that's my opinion. I am not an astrologer. I never claimed to be an astrologer. I am a seer, in addition to other things, psychic. And so I see things and I receive messages in other ways, and then I go and look them up if need be. Sometimes I just receive the information I need to know, and I rattle it off to you guys off the top of my head the same way I got it. What else? I guess that's it. Yeah, because like I said, next week on the Christian calendar, we'll have a celebration of Mary. On the Islamic calendar, we'll have Ashura. And on the Hebrew calendar, I think in the Hebrew calendar, there's nothing this week. No, next week rather. This week there is. So that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. And then we're going to go straight to the reading after that. It is the Hebrew month of Elul. So the Hebrew month of Elul is a period of time of forgiveness, mercy. It's between God and his people, or like the universe, heaven and earth. That's what I'm trying to think of. Heaven and earth, but also it can be between two partners, and certainly divine beings, or so-called twin flame relationships. But I will give you hopefully a more clear, concise explanation as to what the month of Elul is about from Shabbat.org, as opposed to off the top of my head, which what I just gave you was off the top of my head. About the month of Elul. Elul is the 12th and final month in the Jewish calendar, or the 6th month counting from Nisan. It's a month that connects the past year with the coming year, a time when we reflect on where we stand and where we should be going. It is called the month of repentance, the month of mercy, and the month of forgiveness. Elul follows the 2 previous months of Tammuz and Av, months of tragedies that were brought upon us through our sins. And Tammuz, the Jews sinned with the golden calf on Rosh Chodesh, Elul. Moses ascended to Mount Sinai for a third 40-day period until Yom Kippur. When he descended with the second tablets and God's word of joyful, wholehearted forgiveness, this is celebrated now. The first time that Moses ascended was to receive the first tablets. And the second time was after the sin, to ask for forgiveness. And this third time was to receive the second set of tablets. These were days when God revealed to the Jewish people great mercy. Since then, this time has been designated as a time of mercy and forgiveness, an opportune time for teshuvah, or repentance. The 4 letters of the name Elul, E-L-U-L, are an acronym for the phrase in Song of Songs 6:3. Quote, I am to my beloved, and my beloved is to me. I am to my beloved. We approach God with a desire to return and connect. And my beloved is to me. God reciprocates with divine expressions of mercy and forgiveness. And this, of course, again, can also be done between friends, family members, certainly romantic partners, divine partners, twin flames. This is the month when, quote, the king is in the field. God, the King of all kings, is accessible. All can approach him, and he shines his countenance to all. So that's what the month of Elul is about. And so we'll keep that in mind as it relates to your upcoming week, how that plays out. You may have an opportunity to seek forgiveness or to extend forgiveness, mercy, love, compassion to another being. And if you do get that opportunity, you should take it. And then they should reciprocate. It is 50-50, say the dice. That's what we're starting with, at least. Also, cocktail. And stay in bed. Spirit says, buy shoes. Email. And sex. Going to the cards, I'm just going to shuffle a little bit before you. I've already shuffled, of course. And in the interest of time, trying to keep it, again, as concise as possible, since I have to do 3 readings this week about this week, the general, the love, and the moon. I just want to, keep it as clear and concise as possible. We begin with the 2 of Summer, or the 2 of Cups. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So again, Elul is a perfect time for lovers or loved ones, friends, to seek and extend forgiveness and mercy and compassion to one another. And opening to the 5 of Autumn, because maybe you're feeling like you lack that. You missed that. You lost someone, or you're separated from someone that you care about, or from something, maybe from money, maybe from a business partnership, work. You're feeling separated or lost at yours or something. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career, or even a crappy relationship, or something from your past that causes you to be paranoid going forward in your future relationships. All of that kind of stuff can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or to become self-employed. Now, it mentioned faith, like faith being at a low point. Twos, the number 2 in numerology, is about faith. So this again could be about faith, lacking faith in some sort of partnership, in relation to some sort of partnership or business endeavor or career situation, status. Opening to Major Arcana card 14, Balance in this deck, which is actually Temperance in the traditional tarot, represents the sign of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, and it's all about collaboration, merging together different ideas, different thoughts, coming together despite our differences, maybe through forgiveness, compassion, mercy, is about compromise. It is also, for me, especially opposite something like the 5 of Autumn or 5 of Pentacles, about being restored where you felt that there was lost. These are both 5s. 14 equals 5, and then of course this is 5. 5s are about a need for a clearing of energy, a change in energy, and the fact that it is happening, right? When the 5 comes through, that's what's happening, similar to 10s. And so this is about restoration and being made to feel whole. Whatever this lack is, whether it is, again, monetary or something material or something, maybe a little less tangible in terms of emotions or relationship, this is about being restored and made to feel whole again. 5 of Autumn. Oh, okay. Overall energy, speaking of 10s, is Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. Speaking of Jupiter as well, the Wheel, which represents the planet Jupiter and the sign of Sagittarius again, but it's also connected to the fixed signs, Leo, not Sagittarius, no. It's connected to Sagittarius, but Sagittarius is not a fixed sign. All right, we're going to get there. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius is what I was trying to get out. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. All right, so that's that. With my fortune teller cards, I'm also beginning with a very 2 of Cups kind of energy. I started with a 2 of Cups there. So again, maybe some sort of partnership happening this week, restoring a past partnership that had fallen apart, or healing one that you felt lacked something, extending or asking for, seeking forgiveness where appropriate. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. And opening to Major Arcana card, the Chariot. No, not really, but it's something similar to that. It's called the Chariot. Charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. So it is a similar kind of energy for me to Major Arcana card, the Chariot. And the Chariot in the tarot represents the sign of Cancer. So one of those could be involved, especially with, again, this very 2 of Cups kind of card. It's called marriage, but we have these people, this couple here, in wedding attire, each holding a glass that is, full of contents. Marriage. An Eagle. You will soar toward your destiny with greater clarity and strength. This eagle could be representative of air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again, perhaps Mercury, ruler of Virgo and Gemini, or Venus, ruler of Gemini and Libra, as far as air signs. But also Taurus, which again is connected to Jupiter and the Wheel too. Marriage. And Mountain. Know that you're protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. This too has a very air energy for me, but also earth, right? It's like a combination, the air and earth coming together with Mountain. Mountain. Thorns. Weathering the challenge ahead will bring in a new and positive future. Wow. I did a bunch more shuffling, but the overall energy is still Thorns. And lastly, my past life cards. Maybe we'll get to find out what we're going to leave behind as part of the advice, beginning with Angels and opening to Asia. Angels. How appropriate is that? Forgiveness. So maybe something connected to a past life in Asia or involving some sort of Asian culture, perhaps Buddhism with monk or nun showing up. Monk or nun. And karmic relationship. Now, karmic relationship, some of you may hear that and think that that means, one of these toxic relationships, because karmic, I usually put it in air quotes when it's like that, has come to be known as like a derogatory term. But karmic really just means like of the universe, destined to occur, and including a lesson that we must learn. That doesn't mean that it's bad. Divine unions, twin flame relationships, those two are karmic. So that could be what that karmic relationship card meant. It might mean your soulmate, right? You have something to work out with them. Or perhaps a relationship with some sort of authority. This is the general reading. Authority, boss, father figure. Something having to do with a married man or a man with children, a widower, a divorcee. And the overall energy is spirituality and religion. So it could be connected to, again, spiritual relationships, one's own spirituality and or religion, ideology, some changes that you're going through, maybe something new, some new practice that you're taking on, maybe something of which you're letting go. But again, the new moon falls into this week, so it could be something new, or you could be starting anew, like I'm leaving those old belief systems behind. That all may be tying into spirituality and religion. Can also have to do with, the sacredness, the sanctity of a partnership, a relationship. I had to decide what kind of spread I was going to do. I think I want to include these. I just want to say everything else I talked about last week in the reading is unfortunately still going on. There are still fires in the rainforest. I have seen still images of, pictures of people saying it's raining and the fires are being put out or have been put out. I don't believe that to be true. I haven't seen any live footage of that. If anybody has seen any and can point me to some, I would appreciate it. But as far as I'm concerned, The fires are still burning in the Amazon, and they are also burning. I learned maybe like a day or two after I did that video, so was it included in there? But there are also fires burning in the rainforests in Central Africa. So this is a whole move toward deforestation, and for the reasons that I stated previously in last week's reading, there's been no change for the better, unfortunately. Okay, crowning the masculine this week. Here's some change for the better, though, for him. The 6 of Winter. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let go of the past, which is perfect for a week during which a new moon falls, and embrace the happier times ahead. And that is coupled with a card called Judgment, which is all about soul searching. Soul searching will bring you inner peace in many areas of your life. So soul searching is introspection, going within, and in the traditional tarot, is represented by the Hermit, which represents the sign of Virgo. Judgment for me, actually, in the tarot, represents the sign of Scorpio and the planet Pluto. When judgment shows up, it's always positive as far as I'm concerned. I think some people are afraid of judgment. To me, it means that finances, money is flowing. In fact, abundance that you've earned is coming to you. If you've been waiting for it, it's on its way to you. And that can be in the form of money, material, love, all areas, abundance in all areas of your life. You're receiving it because you've done the work. Maybe an opportunity to go on a trip or to move, or you are metaphorically moving forward. When the 6 of Winter shows up, it's always, again, positive movement forward, similar to the Chariot that we saw as that was shuffling. We're not going back. This is positivity. Surrounding the masculine this week. Speaking of judgment, it is Major Arcana card 20, Renewal, which is actually judgment in the traditional tarot. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and to make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. So in relation to relationships, judgment can be about coming to a crossroad and needing to decide where do we go from here, if anywhere, right? Sometimes we're going to go all the way. We got longevity ahead of us. We're not going to cease to be friends or lovers or family members that remain connected. And then sometimes it's the end of the road for people, right? So this is the time when you decide that. But in addition to that, as I mentioned before, judgment is about abundance. So what if you are letting go of something, some sort of relationship or something, it's because a better one that you're more deserving is coming your way. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, is that, I'm used to calling him, being from New York. He was Puffy, right, first. My kids went to his camp, his summer camp that he used to have years ago. Anyway, he was with his former girlfriend and fiance, I believe, Cassie, for 11 years. And there was no movement in their relationship, And so finally she got fed up and she left. And then within 1 year, she is pregnant and engaged to be married to someone else. Expecting a baby with her husband-to-be. So that's how quickly things can change if we let go of what doesn't work. And the card that this is coupled with is saying that we got to do just that too. It's called Coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. It's like let it end, let something die, a natural death. So don't fight to hold on to a relationship or a circumstance, an experience, a situation that is trying to leave your life. Just let it go because something better is also trying to come into your life. Possibly involving a party of 3 or people with differences or that had some differences with all this black and white. Could be family members with whom you had some differences, but working things out now. Judgment is also about, like I said, it's about abundance that's earned. So that's promotion, raise, recognition, awards, rewards, honor, respect. You could be in the spotlight, people paying attention to you. And it's all because of, your energy, your positive energy moving forward, that you've drawn this and you've manifested this. Could be about ascension too, for me. Masculine subconscious. It is the Prince of Winter. Decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and to make your decisions quickly. And it's coupled with flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. That's what I just said here with Judgment, right? So this is like reconfirmation that this abundance is coming into you, but also coupled with the Prince of Winter and needing to make a decision. This can be about a decision about making up with somebody, right? When we ask for forgiveness, or sometimes when we seek forgiveness, we extend flowers. Also, when we let something go, decision to let something go, something dies, someone dies, we put flowers. We send flowers to the parties involved. We leave flowers on graves. So it could be connected to deciding to let go of something, deciding to allow something to die, or deciding whether or not to, again, make up with somebody, seek some forgiveness, extend some forgiveness. It's like an offering, some sort of offering of love, but it's being debated. And or if we don't have to make a decision, we're awaiting one. When the Prince of Winter shows up, it may involve an actual air sign, right? So all that air energies I was shuffling. And again, we have 2 planets that rule air signs, both Mercury and Venus, this week that have moved into Virgo. And then on top of that, Mercury does actually rule Virgo as well. So we have all this air energy surrounding us right now. And it could be making you think about getting something done. Also, I just got like somebody could be deciding about doing something with a home, in a home, maybe decor, remodel. And again, this is also in connection to move, relocation, remodel, switching things up. The Queen of Winter, or air, swords, is sometimes called like the feng shui queen. This is the prince. But I'm getting a similar vibe. I'm picking up a similar energy to like the Queen of Swords, that the feng shui queen. Maybe we'll see her. Crowning the feminine, the 10 of summer. Very nice. We have these flowers and the sun crossing these flowers. So this could definitely be about the extension of forgiveness, compassion, mercy between, like I said, something involving family members, maybe. Family members making up. It could be any sort of friends, loved ones too. And or being surrounded by family. Just feeling the love in the air. Positive things happening, maybe positive things coming to light, positive movement forward in a situation involving family or loved ones. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, being it relatives or chosen family of close friends. Congratulations also may be in order on happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy and balanced children. And we have that couple with the sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So it could be a growing family. Somebody could be finding out about pregnancy also. And maybe that's what we're waiting to hear. And if so, like flowers will be in order, or maybe somebody's like ready to pop now. And so we're just waiting to hear about that so we can go to the hospital and give flowers this week to this feminine female here that's having a baby this week. Surrounding the feminine. It's another card of family and security and happiness. It's the 10 of autumn. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. And we have that coupled with the Fool. Have courage to embrace change, take risks, and to be adventurous. So maybe, again, becoming a parent, somebody starting a family, expanding a family. Or if it's not actual pregnancy or giving birth, it's metaphorically giving birth instead. And it's like a new project, a new situation in your life, a new relationship. and being that fool, like taking the risk, having faith in yourself and the universe, and moving forward, and only having that in mind, those positive thoughts in mind. So you, like with the 10 of autumn and the 10 of cups, there's like no room for negative thought to enter your mind. You're just happy, you're just content, you're just at peace, even if it's just like for a given moment. Feminine subconscious, the 3 of autumn, which is very much like judgment for me. Judgment, of course, is a major arcana card, but this would be the minor arcana equivalent as far as I'm concerned. The 3 of autumn is, like I said about judgment, about abundance that is earned. You are receiving this recognition, these awards, these rewards, this bonus, this raise, this promotion, this ascension, because you deserve it. You've put the work in. Your most satisfying and profitable career or relationship comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. 3 of autumn also may have something to do with some sort of party of 3, as I mentioned here. Party of 3. Not necessarily a love triangle, but that is possible. Could be a group project. Could be something coming together with somebody you met at work, or some people you met at work coming together in a closer way, forming bonds with people that you met, in your work, and now we're becoming more like family. Coupled with the world. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. This can be, again, about fertile energy, new growth, new starts, in all areas of your life, but certainly there's a potential for, again, pregnancy or giving birth to an actual human. Also, with the world, something often comes full circle, something comes back around. Same thing can be true about judgment for me, right? Second chances, whether it's a second chance in a relationship or second chance in a career opportunity or something, which is what I'm feeling here. That this can be about a job or something, a job, a home, or I guess a potential for a relationship too, that maybe you applied for before, or if it's a relationship that you were hoping to form before, it didn't really happen, it's coming back around now for you to try again. And there's absolutely the potential for it to be successful this time. In fact, it looks like it will be successful this time without question. So like divine timing was at play, and it wasn't the right time before, and now it is. That's just what that means. Crowning. The moon. We have the moon sitting next to the sun, right? Yeah. So like I said, something coming to the light, something coming out, being revealed that you didn't know before, and it may provide you with the information that you need in order to move forward on something in your life. Moon represents the sign of Pisces and the planet Neptune, which rules Pisces. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Then we have the Fool here, right? Yep, we have it crossing the Fool. So this is another confirmation. Worry is unnecessary. Whatever you feel guided to do, you're guided to just take the leap and jump out there and do it. And it will be successful. We have Cracker here, which is all about positive energy and celebration, like firecrackers going off. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. So go for whatever it is, again, that you are moved to go toward. It will be abundant for you and successful. At the root here, the foundation. So how did we get here to this other stuff? Okay. Possibly something involving a water sign and an air sign. Or an air sign. Or a person maybe of both energies. I was hearing something about Cancer, but I'm not, like the sign of Cancer, which would be represented by the Queen of Summer, or could be represented by the Queen of Summer, and in fact could be represented by the moon as well, because Earth's moon actually rules the sign of Cancer, not Pisces. Pisces is connected to the moon in the tarot, but Again, Earth's actual moon is ruled by Cancer. So I was picking something up here with Cancer, but I didn't get the whole thing. In any case, you know what? Something may have started when Venus was in Cancer. Which was when? Like 2 months ago, I guess. Something could have been ignited then, and that's why it's here at the foundation, and now it's like coming around. Anyway, the Queen of Summer is compassionate, loving, giving, and psychic. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. Why did I stop and pick this up? Because this one says here, your most satisfying and profitable career, again, remember I added relationship comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while you're caring for others. We have these sitting here next to each other. So that's going to be very important, is self-nurturing, self-love. And that doesn't only mean tending physically to yourself. That also means spending time with loved ones and feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling loved, feeling informed, right? Something coming out. We got news. Expanding our family. Marriages happening. Engagements happening. Babies being born. Pregnancies. Finding out that we're pregnant. Getting a pet. Welcoming a pet into the family. All of those things. Or, so again, friends from work that are becoming, actual friends of ours outside of work too. Or a mate that we met at the office. How wonderful that relationship is turning out. So nurturing all those things is also nurturing yourself. At the heart of the matter, the King of Summer. So this week, certainly for some of us, it is about whoa, wait a minute. Oh my God, I didn't even notice what was coupled with it. I was about to say it's about romance, it is about love, it is about relationship. I had no idea that right behind it was marriage at the heart of the matter. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So yeah, with the King and Queen of Summer sitting here one atop the other, it is representative of a couple sort of being at the table. The King of Summer, like the Queen, is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, right? Somebody feeling particularly loving and in control of their emotions. So if they want to show you those emotions, if they want to expose themselves and be a little bit vulnerable and share with family, they'll do that. If they don't want to do that, they want to hold back and be a little bit more mysterious, they'll do that. And they're very capable of doing whichever is appropriate for them. Coupled with marriage, again, as I was just saying here, we're just seeing, and then I'm also feeling, I don't know if you guys can feel it too, again, partnerships coming together, people coming together, people happy. So they don't have to be actual marriage, but certainly there could be deepening of relationships. There can be people getting married. There can be people having babies this week that will watch this video. If it's not you, somebody close to you, somebody in your family, maybe you're going to a wedding or you're the one that has to go to the hospital to visit because a baby's being born, or you're celebrating, that a baby is going to join the family, or some other sort of partnership is being formed. This is still the general reading, so it can be or formed or strengthened with the forgiveness that comes with this week. This can be friends, family members coming together in partnership, maybe starting something new, starting again, starting something new, letting go of the past, and committing to working on their relationship, whatever kind of relationship it is what I'm getting with marriage, showing up at the heart of the matter with the King of Summer. Now I'm excited to see what happens, what comes up during the love reading, because the general reading is so romantic-like. Further advice to the masculine this week from the Animal Tarot. The Six of Autumn. Six of Autumn is, or Pentacles for me, is all about unconditional love. It is about exchange, exchange of energy, without agenda, without. It's an unconditional love. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm giving to you, because I'm giving to you. Period. I don't want anything back, or I'm receiving from you, and I'm trusting you that you don't want anything from me, and I have, it's just because love, because I'm doing it. That's it. And this card can also often be about assistance that's coming your way. So again, like I said, maybe he's able to move now, in the physical sense. Maybe some sort of money or opportunity is coming his way because he earned it. If you found yourself or you felt like you had been stuck in a situation, this is like free help falling out of the sky, the angels sending you help. It can be in the form of doesn't have to be connected to money. I'm trying to think of an example that's not, but anyway, it can be money too, like a grant, a scholarship, credit, a loan. It's a helping hand in one form or another, right? And it is truly genuine, the reasons for which you're being offered this thing. And that could be because you genuinely earned it, with Judgment sitting here. And there's actually two sort of Judgment cards, because this one is also called Judgment from the other deck. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, and to receive a grant or a scholarship. In a return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. And don't forget that part, sharing with others. This week I was blessed because one of my clients was blessed. She just sent me $50. And I said, oh, that's sweet. What is that for? And she said, I received a blessing. And I said, I guess I just did too. It's that sort of thing. I similarly share, give to, my clients, friends, loved ones, all that too. In fact, I did some really extensive energy healing on 2 last week, for which I had not charged them. I've worked with them on other things, so they've paid me other times for healing and stuff. But that last week in particular, I didn't charge them. We just got to the healing. So it's that sort of thing. I received a blessing, and now I'm able to give it to somebody else. So I just was made to point that part out. Like, don't forget that part. It's going to be important if you want to continue the flow. For the feminine, from the Animal Tarot, the sun. You got another sun. You got a sun here, crowning you, and you got another sun here. So again, maybe pregnancy, maybe actually giving birth, perhaps to a boy, a male child, a son, or information coming out, clarity coming to you, an opportunity for a new beginning, a new start. Your path is illuminated. You know what you have to do. You know what you want to do. Plans are working out well. Things are, you're just being successful. You're successful. You're happy. You feel secure. You feel surrounded by love, right? You're getting raises, promotions, bonuses in your relationships and in your career, your job, school, whatever. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness and prosperity and success. You'll garner the recognition and accomplishments that you so richly deserve. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to move the whole camera, but yeah. Deserve. Do want to point that out. That I had already mentioned, it was that you were deserving, particularly deserving this week. And so this could be Jupiter, which is paying you off, right? Major Arcana card, the Sun, represents the sign of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, the planet and god of luck, of karma, of growth and expansion. Right? What I've been talking about this whole time. From the past life oracle to the masculine, karmic relationship. And again, I think in this case, karmic relationship is showing up going forward, positive movement in a karmic relationship, and not in a derogatory way, not in a, in a very positive way. Although it can be in what we would consider a karmic relationship too. Some sort of movement, maybe through whatever that situation is, so that you're able to leave it behind, allow it to die a natural death, right? Let that go so that the abundance, maybe a better, a positive, a not toxic karmic relationship can come in. One where you're happy and you make, offers of love. You make or receive offers of love, and perhaps even, strengthening or forging of commitment, all the way up to something like, marriage, 3D marriage is possible. The feminine from the past life oracle. Food and hunger. So when this card shows up, it's about the fact that we've maybe in the past have sort of been afraid of going without, of lacking anything. And that's affected our relationships and stuff. But again, here we are abundant, we are fulfilled. And so this is an energy of which we're going to want to let go and not hoard and not keep to ourselves. Maybe that message of make sure that you share with others if you become blessed is also for us here. Because there's enough, everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. We don't have to be jealous of other people. We don't have to covet what they have, what they want. Like, we're getting ours too, and there's enough to go around for everyone. I can celebrate you, recognize you, be happy for your growth and expansion, and still grow and expand myself. In fact, more so, I can if I'm happy for you, as opposed to jealous, envious, holding on to negative energy and or emotions. And from the fortune reading cards to the masculine, goals. This is a very Ace of Pentacles kind of card for you, but it's coming in here again with your judgment, which is about abundance that you have earned, that's coming to you with your Six of Autumn, this assistance, this, again, growth, expansion that's coming to you, very possibly in a tangible sense, connected to the material or the financial, career, money. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. This also ties very much in with what I said about Virgo and about Mercury in Virgo, about Venus in Virgo, and about the new moon in Virgo, that we are going to be completing things that we start, right? So we're setting goals, very Knight of Pentacles like, and they will be achieved. We will reach those goals. This very much could be associated with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, of course, or someone likened to those traits or attributes of an earth sign. Very grounded, very practical, very persistent, committed, dedicated to completing what they started. Methodical, lays out a plan first. How am I going to go about this? And then follows through. And lastly, feminine for us from the fortune reading cards, it's another moon. Pay attention to your intuitions. Now we've got three of those kind of cards that are telling us to pay attention to our intuition and to trust it, right? So pay attention at this time and move ahead confidently, right? Like the Fool. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the weekly general reading. Thank you again for joining, liking, sharing, and subscribing, because I do appreciate it. If you would like a personal reading from me or energy healing from me, you can reach me on any of my social media at Queenofswordsthelightworker. And otherwise, I'll see you back here with the love reading and the moon reading. Namaste.